if we consider some transformations of log functions, let's start super easy. If I'm given that the parent function is log base 10 of argument x, graph log base 10 of x minus 1, I know inside affects the x. My argument is x. Inside the parentheses affects the x. And it's crazy, cuckoo, bizarro, bonkers. So a minus 1 is actually going to shift us to the right one. So here is a sketch of our parent function. I know the parent function looks something like this, and it has x equals 0 as a vertical asymptote. It's going to go through 1, 0 and 10, 1. That's this function here. Now, if I'm going to move it all to the right one, look what happens to our asymptote. Our asymptote must be drawn in. Now, this is x equals 1. It was x equals 0. Now it's x is equal to 1. And our point 1, 0 becomes a point, you guessed it, 2, 0. And a point 10, 1, if I move everything to the right, becomes the point 11, 1. Now, I've got enough to graph. I've got 2 points and an asymptote. If you ask me this new function, this red function here, what is its domain? By the way, this is the red function. Its domain is, it's going to be a curvy bracket, right? 1 to infinity, and its range remains negative infinity to infinity. It's going to incorporate all y values eventually. 2 points and an asymptote. Here's another example of a transformation. We're asked to graph y equals log base 10 x, all outside the parentheses, plus 2, given that our parent function is y equals log base 10 of x. Again, not so bad. Here is our parent function. We know what she looks like now, right? 2 points and an asymptote. I know that the parent function goes through 1, 0 and 10, 1, and has x equals 0 as the vertical asymptote. Now, outside the parentheses affects the y. Notice what I do. I'll put a parentheses around my argument to remind myself this is outside of the parentheses. It affects the y. And it's exactly what I would expect. Plus 2 means we're going to move everything up 2. So my points now are 1, 0, of course, that's going to be 1, 2. And 10, 1 is now going to be 10, 3. So my new graph is going to look something like this. And I have this point 1, 2, and 10, 3, and an asymptote here still at x equals 0. I've taken my graph and shifted it up. That does not affect my vertical asymptote.